Cambodia has become a global leader in cryptocurrency adoption ranking in the top 20.
It's interesting how Cambodia's widespread use clashes with the government's recent actions.
What actions are you referring to?
The government has blocked access to 16 cryptocurrency exchange websites.
16. Are those major exchanges?
Some of the biggest names like Coinbase and Binance are included in that number.
Why is the Cambodian government doing this?
They're attempting to regulate their cryptocurrency market.
Regulated in what way?
Officials are worried about security and the risks that come with unregulated trade.
Do you think this could be a sign of what might be coming from other countries?
It's certainly possible many governments are keeping an eye on Cambodia and are weighing similar measures.
What are they hoping to accomplish with these measures?
I think they are trying to figure out the best way to deal with this complex world of cryptocurrency, but there's something inconsistent about Cambodia's strategy.
What do you mean?
They've blocked websites, but at the same time, they continue to allow mobile apps from these same exchanges to operate.
What do you make of that?
It seems like they're trying to control web-based transactions.
Why would they do that?
Maybe they think those are riskier.
So then what about the mobile apps?
This could be their way of acknowledging how widespread the use of mobile devices is for crypto trading.
Do you think this is a sustainable approach or just something temporary?
It's hard to say for certain. It could be a temporary measure while they work on more comprehensive regulations, or it could become their long-term strategy. We'll have to wait and see how the market reacts.
It sounds like there's some conflict within the Cambodian government about this.
How so?
The Securities and Exchange Regulator of Cambodia.
The SERC.
That's right. They're working with Binance on new regulations.
Interesting.
But then you have the National Bank of Cambodia.
The MBC.
Yes. They seem to be much more cautious and restrictive. How do you explain that?
This conflict mirrors the global debate about cryptocurrency. Some see it as a good opportunity.
An opportunity for what?
For things like growth and financial inclusion, others worry that it's a threat to economic stability.
So is there some ideal balance between these two perspectives?
Unfortunately, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Every country needs to look at their own situation,
What should they be looking at?
their own specific circumstances and their tolerance for risk, and then use that to figure out the best way to regulate cryptocurrency.
There's another issue that comes up with cryptocurrency.
What's that?
The potential for crime. Unfortunately, Cambodia has become a bit of a hotbed for crypto-related crime.
Such as?
We're seeing large-scale scams
I see.
and criminal organizations using cryptocurrency for transactions on the dark web.
Can you give me an example of this criminal activity?
One prominent example is the Huani Pay platform.
Tell me more about that.
It allegedly processed billions in crypto transactions, many of which were linked to scams.
I see.
It has also had ties to Cambodia's ruling family.
This raises a crucial question for governments.
What's that?
How can they fight cryptocurrency-related crime without stopping people from using cryptocurrencies in legitimate ways?
That's a tough one. How do you think they should approach that?
Finding that balance is going to be critical to ensure a healthy cryptocurrency ecosystem in the long run.
How can a government determine the right approach to regulating cryptocurrency?
Each nation has to look closely at its own unique economic situation and decide how much risk it's willing to take before it starts implementing regulations for cryptocurrency. They have to think about the potential for financial crimes, but also weigh that against the benefits and opportunities that cryptocurrency offers.
Will blocking websites actually be effective as a regulatory measure?
It might be more about sending a signal that the Cambodian government is taking control than actually putting up a strong barrier.
What kind of signal do you think they are trying to send?
It shows that they're paying attention and taking action.
But will it actually stop people from accessing those websites?
People who really want to get around these restrictions can use VPNs and other tools to do so.
So it might not be as effective as they hope.
Exactly. What do you think about Cambodia's high adoption rate of cryptocurrency?
It's pretty remarkable considering the government's attempts to control it.
It seems like Cambodian citizens see something in it.
What do you think it is?
It could be a few things, perhaps limited access to traditional banking and financial services, or maybe the appeal of potential returns in a volatile market.
What about the large population of young people in Cambodia?
That's another factor. They're generally more comfortable with technology and might be more willing to embrace new things like cryptocurrency.
With all these conflicting approaches within the Cambodian government, how do you think they'll ever create a clear and consistent regulatory framework?
That's a good question. The current situation is causing a lot of uncertainty.
How so?
It makes it difficult for investors and businesses to operate with confidence.
What do they need?
A predictable and stable environment. But to get there, Cambodia needs to find a way to reconcile these opposing viewpoints within its government.
Do you have any suggestions for how they could do that?
Maybe they could establish a joint task force focused specifically on developing cryptocurrency regulations.
And who would be part of this task force?
Representatives from both the SCRC and the NBC could work together to bridge the gap between their different perspectives.
What kind of impact do you think Cambodia's crackdown will have on other Southeast Asian countries?
There's a chance it could trigger a domino effect.
Meaning?
Other nations in the region might start considering similar measures to regulate cryptocurrency.
So what can be done to prevent a fragmented regulatory landscape in Southeast Asia?
Regional cooperation is key. Organizations like ASEAN could play a role in promoting that.
What specifically could they do?
They could form a dedicated working group to share best practices and develop a common set of regulatory frameworks.
Would that be enough?
It would be a good start. They could also look into creating a regional regulatory sandbox
What would that be for?
to safely test out new and innovative approaches to regulating cryptocurrency.
What about international organizations like the Financial Action Task Force? What role do you see them playing in shaping global crypto regulation?
They're very influential in setting standards for things like anti-money laundering and combating the financing of terrorist activities.
So how does that relate to cryptocurrency?
Their recommendations can sometimes lead to measures that are too restrictive for the crypto space.
How can they find a better balance?
They need to engage more with people in the crypto industry to understand the technology better.
Why is that so important?
It would help them see the many ways crypto can be used and encourage them to promote regulatory approaches that are more risk-based.
What about the idea of Cambodia launching a central bank digital currency? What are your thoughts on that?
There are definitely pros and cons to consider.
What are some of the potential benefits?
A CBDC could increase financial inclusion, lower transaction costs, and improve transparency.
Now the downsides.
Concerns about privacy and surveillance and worries about centralizing power are some of the potential drawbacks.
So what should the National Bank of Cambodia focus on when making this decision?
They need to assess their current financial infrastructure, the level of digital literacy in their population, and the potential impact on monetary policy.
What else is important to consider?
Privacy and security are crucial aspects that require careful thought.
Absolutely. How big of a role do you think education and awareness building will play in encouraging responsible cryptocurrency adoption?
It's essential. Far too many people jump into the cryptocurrency market without understanding the risks involved.
So how can we educate the public more effectively?
Public awareness campaigns, educational resources, partnerships with institutions, working with influencers and community leaders.
All of that sounds helpful. What do you think about how cryptocurrency regulation might evolve in the coming years?
I think we'll see a move away from strict rules and toward a more principles-based approach.
What's the difference?
Principles-based regulations focus more on desired outcomes, allowing for more flexibility and innovation.
What are some of the key principles that should guide this development?
Consumer protection, market integrity, financial stability, and fostering innovation.
Those are all important considerations.
Correct.
How do you think decentralized finance, or DeFi, will impact traditional financial institutions?
It could be disruptive.
In what way?
DeFi offers alternative ways to access financial services, which could challenge the traditional financial system.
So how can regulatory bodies and institutions adapt to this?
They need to create frameworks that address the unique characteristics of DeFi while still encouraging innovation.
Collaboration could also be beneficial, right?
Absolutely. Working together could lead to the development of hybrid models that leverage the strengths of both traditional finance and DeFi.
What about the combination of cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence? How do you think that will shape the future of finance?
It has the potential to revolutionize many areas of finance, from trading and lending to risk management.
How so?
AI can enhance efficiency and accuracy, while crypto provides the infrastructure for secure and transparent transactions.
So it's a powerful combination, but are there any risks?
Definitely things like algorithmic bias, data privacy concerns, and the potential for market manipulation need careful consideration.
What role do you see crypto playing in improving financial inclusion in developing countries like Cambodia?
It could be transformative, especially for those who lack access to traditional financial services.
What are the biggest obstacles to achieving widespread financial inclusion through crypto in these markets?
We need to address challenges like limited infrastructure, low levels of digital literacy, and regulatory uncertainty.
What advice would you give to someone in Cambodia who's thinking about investing in cryptocurrency for the first time?
Do your research, understand the risks, and only invest what you can afford to lose.
Any other tips?
Use reputable exchanges and wallets, stay informed about regulations, and seek guidance from trusted sources. And remember, diversification is key.
What do you mean by that?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across multiple crypto assets to manage risk.
What are your thoughts on the long-term prospects for cryptocurrency as an asset class?
I believe cryptocurrency is here to stay. There will always be volatility, but the potential of blockchain technology is immense.
I agree. It has uses far beyond just currency, and I'm optimistic about its long-term potential.
I share your optimism. The future of cryptocurrency is incredibly exciting and full of possibilities.
What other insights can we take away from Cambodia's experience with cryptocurrency?
Cambodia's experience offers a valuable case study. It highlights both the opportunities and challenges that come with cryptocurrency adoption.
What stands out to you the most?
It shows us that governments need to find a balanced approach to regulation, one that encourages innovation while also putting safeguards in place to protect against potential risks.
As cryptocurrency continues to evolve, how do you think it will shape the global financial landscape?
It's bound to have a significant impact. It has the power to change how we think about and interact with finance in fundamental ways.
What are your predictions for the future of cryptocurrency?
It's an exciting space to watch unfold. I believe cryptocurrency will create new economic opportunities and reshape various industries along the way.
How do you see this impacting Cambodia's position in the global economy?
Cambodia has a real chance to become a leader in the cryptocurrency space within Southeast Asia.
What makes you say that?
They are well positioned to use this emerging technology to drive economic growth and promote financial inclusion within the country.
Any final thoughts you'd like to share?
The future of cryptocurrency is going to be shaped by a lot of factors.
Mhm.
Technology advancements, regulatory changes, and societal attitudes will all play a part.
It's certainly a complex and dynamic space.
It is, and the Cambodian case study provides valuable lessons for anyone who wants to understand the potential of this rapidly evolving technology.
Goodbye, and see you in the next video.
Goodbye, and see you in the next video.